When I was 8 years old, a man tried to kidnap me out of a Panera Bread in Virginia. And no, this is not some made-up story for internet fame. Now, while he was unsuccessful, thank God he was unsuccessful, looking back on this encounter, there's sort of a big life lesson that stands out to me that I wanted to share with you. But first, let me tell you how it happened. So, growing up, whenever my family went to Panera Bread, we would always make our own lemonade. Now, I don't know why we did this, I don't know how it happened, but it's what we did, okay? When my family went to Panera Bread, when we rolled up in that homeschooler van, we would make lemonade. So this trip to Panera Bread in 2007 was no different. We walked in the restaurant, we ordered our food, and then headed straight over to the drink tower. So I knew the mission that was at hand. I had done this many times before. I grabbed my lemon wedges, I grabbed my sugar packets, and I began making my lemonade. So while I was doing this, my mom came up to me and she said, "Hey, I'll be right back. Your sisters and I are gonna run to the bathroom real quick." And okay, hold up. My mom was not a negligent parent, okay? The drink towers are literally right outside of the bathroom. So she was basically right there. But basically she told me she was gonna be right back and yeah, just to sit tight. But almost immediately after my mom disappeared, a man approached me from behind and I heard a voice over my shoulder say, "Are you making lemonade?" And I turned around to see a middle-aged man standing there behind me. I answered yes, and he responded, "Well, I have some really good lemonade in my car that you should come try." Okay, now at this point, I did not think he was trying to kidnap me. All I knew is that I was already making lemonade, so I did not need this man's lemonade. I had my own. So I told him no thank you and then continued making my lemonade. But that did not dissuade him and he continued pushing. I told him no a few more times and then I suppose he got tired of upselling his car lemonade and decided it was time to take matters into his own hands. Literally. So at this point, this man literally grabbed my wrist and said, "No, I really think you should try this lemonade." And he started guiding me towards the exit. Okay, now I promise I was not a stupid kid, all right? But at this point, I still did not think the man was trying to kidnap me, so I didn't put up a fight or anything. So by the wrist, step by step, he was leading me towards the exit. And looking back, that little walk from the drink tower to that door felt like an eternity. But before I knew it, we were about 20 feet away from the door and my mom came out of the bathroom from behind me. Now, I guess he made eye contact with her and the fear of God came upon him because he dropped my wrist so fast. He dropped me like I was a knockoff brand of AirPods. So he bolted, he ran for the door and then got in his old maroon car and drove away. I turned around to see my mom and my sisters coming towards me, and my mom walked up to me and she said, "Where are you going?" And I said to her, "He was gonna let me try his lemonade." And yeah, you can imagine how mortified she was. I've thought back to that day a lot, and my brain I can't help but wonder, what would have happened if that man was actually successful in taking me away from my mom? Where would I be today? Would I even be alive? Would I be making this YouTube video? I think probably not. Now, I know those are all dark things to think about, but I promise there is a purpose for this. I think we take life for granted. I think we get into our day-to-day rhythms and we have our systems and the things that we like doing every day, and we just incorrectly assume that this is never going to end until we are old and die of old age. But that is not always the case. I think a lot of us live day to day with the mindset that we are basically guaranteed tomorrow. But the issue with thinking that tomorrow is coming regardless of what happens today is that we don't treat today with the intentionality that it deserves. And this creates a problem when you want to live a full and fulfilling life. Think about when you go on vacation. You know that wherever you're at, you're only there for a limited amount of time. So you try to capitalize on every day. You try to do something memorable and just exploit the area you're in for everything that you can do. What if we treated every day like that? I would like to quote the great Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda here. He said, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why we call it the present." A very wise turtle. Okay, let's tie it all together. When I was 8 years old, someone tried to kidnap me from a Panera Bread. I didn't wake up thinking that day that there was a chance that my life could be permanently altered. The path of my life could change that day. I didn't wake up thinking that. Okay, and maybe you can't relate to my kidnapping story. Maybe you're thinking, "Danny, most people don't have an experience like that." Okay, so let's make it relatable to you. I would assume that you have driven in a car before. Well, just in the US, in 1 year, over 38 1,000 people will die in car accidents. That's an average of 104 people a day. And these people didn't get in the car thinking that there was a chance that this was their last day of life. They had no idea, but it was. Life is the best gift that we have ever been given. So let's not take it for granted. Everything in your life, everything around you, all the people surrounding you, your job, everything can change in a moment. But if we're living with the mindset that there will always be a tomorrow and there's always gonna be another day coming, we're not gonna live the way we should today. So if you leave this video with anything, leave it with this. Don't wait for a potentially life-altering event to happen for you to start living your life intentionally. Because by the time it happens, hopefully it doesn't happen, but by the time it does, it'll probably be too late. So let's try to live intentionally. Let's not take life for granted. And of course, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And don't you dare accept anybody else's lemonade. If this video resonated with you, if you got something out of it, if it encouraged you, there will be another video right here, or it'll be linked somewhere up here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here as I try to encourage the world through my little YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.